Solomon.
That's a name you don't hear very much from this Cabot Panthers defense, but has been coughing up some pretty crucial plays for the Cabot Panthers. Kiahi being able to get inside, put marvelous pressure on the QB, especially on that turnover on downs play that they had, and now playing great defensive coverage on one of the better wide receivers on the Southside team.
There we go on a first down attempt. Down the field, incomplete, moves to 2nd and 10 for the Mavericks. 2nd and long. This is where you want the Panthers to have the Mavericks offense at. Gatewood will keep it himself, and he'll get to the outside. He'll just walk right out of bounds. He may have got the first down on that run.
Maybe a little short. They are not going to give it to him. It's going to be a crucial 3rd down right here for the Cabot Panthers. I thought for sure he had a first down there. Maybe a little bit of a lucky marking there, but, I mean, this is very, very important for the Cabot Panthers.
3rd and 1 here. See what the Mavericks do on offense.
Looks like a play change here.
Gatewood notices something wrong in the defense. He changes the play. He'll keep the ball to himself, and Gatewood's got room to get the first down and a few more.
He goes up there, changes the play, runs the exact same play, and gets more yards from it. And that's something that the Cabot Panthers defense has been struggling with all night long, Gatewood being able to break free and get a good chunk of yards every single time he takes that run.
It is enough for the first down for the Mavericks. Ball right at midfield on the 50 with 6.5 minutes to go.
Oh man, this is not where you want to be if you're the Cabot Panthers. You do not want to get the ball back with just a little bit of time left, considering that you're a very on-the-ground team.
He'll fake the pitch once again. Gatewood will keep it himself. Not much there for Gatewood. He'll get about 2 or 3 on that play.
Wonderful read by the secondary, being able to step up as soon as they see him, fake that, and get an amazing tackle and a great stop with about a gain of 1 or 2 right there. Bring us down to a 2nd down and 8.
Just past the 6-minute mark here, and now we have 5:45 left in your 4th. Savoy in the backfield. Another read option. Gatewood will keep it himself, and he's got room. Tripped up by Zane Harper and Kyle McIntyre.
Oh man, they've been just destroying the Cabot Panthers defense with that play. That is the 3rd time it's been called in this possession, and each time it's gotten consistent yards and 2 first downs. So I think Cabot really needs to be able to put some pressure on there and really be able to stop that play from them just running it over and over and over and over again and getting consistent yards from it.
Ball on the 37 with 5 minutes left. Right now the Mavericks are looking good so far. Here comes another fake pitch and another read option for Gatewood.
Able to get a couple missed tackles there, and that was pretty much Cabot's fault right there. Those missed tackles weren't able to get him properly wrapped up and bring him down to the ground. But nevertheless, a really good run right there for Southside, and Cabot really needs to be able to get some stops here if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, Gatewood's got an eye on him. He's looking at all the different options on that play. He can pitch it to his running back, or he'll see that open field and he'll take it himself, and that's what he did on that play to get 9 yards on that one. Here comes the handoff to Savoy. Savoy will get it, and he might be short. Might have got stuffed right there. He may have got the first. We'll see.
They're going to mark him. It looks like third down right there.
He was stuffed right there.
I mean, Cabot's being able to shut down Savoy right here in this at the end of this first. At the end of the 2nd half, and pretty much all of the 2nd half they've been able to stop him. You haven't really heard his name be called all that much. You've seen a lot of runs from Gatewood, but I'm expecting to see a little bit more action from Savoy, seeing as how there's only about 4 minutes left in this game.
Here comes Gatewood on the play. Handoff to Savoy, and is he stuffed again? He may have got the first down on this one, but it's a great defense right now. They're going to give it to him. First down, Mavericks.
I don't know about that placement, man. It looked like he was going to be just a little bit short. I thought he was caught at the line of scrimmage. He must have stretched out a little bit and got that first down for them. Right now, Cabot needs to get a stop. If they don't get a stop, I don't have that much confidence that they're going to be able to get the ball in the end zone, considering how slow of a paced offense the Cabot Panthers have. So they have to get a stop right now.
Here we go, 4 out for Gatewood. Gatewood will keep it himself. Read option again, got a gain of 1. So far, this possession, they've just been chewing the clock. They've been getting their first downs, and they've been still running the ball. They're wasting the clock, and maybe they'll just try and end this game off as much as they can and kick a field goal for the win. They're trying to chew as much clock because they know they don't want to give the Panthers back the ball, and especially they don't want to give the Panthers the ball with too much time on the clock, because that's what's going to hurt them the most.
Absolutely, and I really wouldn't be surprised here if they wanted to try to punch it into the end zone as this clock keeps rolling, if they went to the air on this play, because it's been quite a while since they went to the air, since about at the 30-yard line. So I wouldn't be surprised if now that they're at the other 30, if they went through the air.
Well, here we go, as Gatewood will keep it on the option, as he had a wide open Therese Solomon on that play, but he kept it himself, and so not too much on that play. A crucial third down right here for the Panthers.
Oh man, this is so crucial. I would definitely be looking at Gatewood to try to use another option play here, but I'm also looking at a pass play right now coming from Southside. Once again, like I said just a couple seconds ago, it's been a while since they last used one, and I think right now would be the perfect opportunity as they do go 4 wide.
They're basically at the 2-minute warning tonight's game in the 4th quarter on the 24, 3rd and 8, shotgun formation for Gatewood. He'll look, and it's a completed pass. And that's completed to Tyrese Solomon.
Oh man, that was an amazing catch right there. I thought for sure that pass was going to be thrown just a little too ahead, but he was able to dive for that catch. A good catch, not looking good for the Cabot Panthers offense.
They are inside the 10, so they're in 1st and goal territory on the 9-yard line with just 1:40 left.
That was good coverage, having to throw forward there. It was just a spectacular catch.
Timeout on the field.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout. Officials need to talk something over.
So we have a little bit of time right here, Jordan. I know you haven't been able to call a game with me, but I like to do this every week. I like to do MVP of both sides of the ball. I'm going to let you pick. Would you rather do the offense or the defense?
I think I would like to do offense.
Okay, the offensive MVP.
Yes,
who you got?
I'm going to have to go with Graham Turner. I think he was definitely the MVP. It's either him or Widowmaker, and I think that Graham Turner edges out just because of the consistency that he was able to get every single time he was handed the ball. Although he didn't punch it into the end zone, he was able to get first down after first down after first down and get good total yardage for the Cabot Panthers.
For the defense, it's pretty tough for me for this game because there's been a couple people that have been able to stop some big plays. Basically, you would see Zane Harper being the MVP for the defense with the interception, and he's got a couple of big plays stopped to help the Panthers out on defense a little bit. And you also have DeCairo Rudolph, who's also done a couple of good plays on the defensive side to stop a few plays from happening. So far, I give it to either Zane Harper or DeCairo Rudolph.
I think it comes down to this play right here, who you give it to right now. I mean, we need a huge stop right now to end this possession and at least make it a field goal here. And I think that this possession right here matters than pretty much every possession that's happened so far this year. This possession right here determines whether or not Coach Malham gets his 300th win. Because right now, if we're able to get a stop right here, this game goes to overtime, and it's a fresh, clean slate. But if they're able to get a touchdown right here, Cabot's not going to have a lot of time to push the ball all the way down like they normally enjoy to do.
So the Mavericks will continue their offensive drive on the 9-yard line as it is 1st and goal with 1.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Tied ball game right now. The Panthers needs a stop on the defensive side. Here comes Savoy to about the 5-4 yard line, tackled by number 35, Justin Holland.
Oh, man, good stop right there for the Panthers, not able to let him get inside the end zone. But it is looking like it's going to be almost inevitable they do punch you in the end zone. Nick, would you rather have let them get in the end zone there and have a little bit of extra time to drive it down the field, or let them run down this clock?
Well, it plays in both ways. On the field as much as you can to try and score yourself, but also anything can happen on the defensive side. You're on the 4-yard line right now. If you don't allow them to get in the end zone now, who knows, maybe their kicker comes out and completely misses the kick and you go into extra time in this game, so you don't know. So far, I mean, it was either any which way for this possession, but smart play. I want to agree with the Panthers, because as of right now, if they get a couple more stops and the kicker is put on to win this game for them, you don't know what's going to happen.
So they are going to opt to bring out the offense again here. It's going to be a huge play right here for the Cabot Panthers.
Minute and 23 seconds left on the 4-yard line. Here comes Gatewood on the handoff, and Dane Harper will try to stop him. He'll reach out. Touchdown.
They're going to
be short.
On the keeper, down near the 1-yard line.
He'll be short. Wow.
Wow. I thought for sure he was in right there, but I mean, hey, lucky break right there for the Cabot Panthers, as they're going to have an opportunity to stop them right here on the 1-yard line.
Got to have it. As you can see, they're putting in some of their bigger players to stuff the run game. As they just put in tight end number 97, Jared Russell, out. He played defense last year, so another player that's changed. He's a defensive. He was a defensive end, and now he's a tight end. So
and he's played very, very well at tight end too. I mean, Dairy Queen Player of the Week, Army Player of the Month so far, and I mean, he's looking to be pretty good his senior year. And I think coming in on this defensive end is really going to show how versatile of a player he is.
And this is a little crazy, because 2 years ago, you go back and watch that stream, Jordan, exactly how it was.
Yeah.
Comes down basically to almost one play right on the 1-yard line. So anything crazy can happen.
And we are praying for some deja vu right now, Nick.
Ooh. It's going to be interesting to watch.
When play resumes, 1:16 left in the game.
Minute 16 left in the fourth quarter.
1-yard line for Southside.
1 yard to go for the Mavericks to score. They'll see what they drew up for this short 3rd down conversion.
Stop.
Call a timeout.
Taken by Southside.
Southside will take another timeout.
Man, trying to kill some of this momentum the Cabot Panthers defense has right now, with the fans fully behind them, backing them up right now. I mean, this has been a crazy, crazy game so far, and it's looking to have a crazy ending.
Southside took their first of 3 timeouts, and that's what might hurt Cabot a little bit, because if they allow a score right here, they'll have just a little over a minute left into this fourth quarter, and you have 0 timeouts.
You have to hope that your running backs can get out of bounds. Is exactly what you have to do. Because if your running backs can't get out of bounds, then you have a minute and about 15 seconds to drive all the way down the field. So you have to hope, number one, if they score right here, you have to hope for, number one, a good kickoff return from T.J. Rogers, and number two, that your backs, Jesse Woodemaker, can make a great play and get down the field.
So here we go after the timeout from Southside. Still a minute 16 left. Ball still on the 1 yard line. There's actually no running back until now. Handed off to Solomon, and he'll reach the end zone right there with just a minute 14 left in the game.
Giant hole right there for Southside. Defense couldn't quite stuff it. They were pushing him too far in the middle, and I think Southside saw that and called the timeout and realized, hey, we need to run it to the outside. They made a great hole past all of our big defenders right there, and were able to get it in for a touchdown. And also a wonderful play call right there from Southside as well, bringing in that wide receiver out, getting the ball, and taking it right inside.
Very surprise play right there. There was no And that kick is actually no good right there.
Oh, that is huge
That's
right
big
now.
because if the Panthers are able to score a touchdown with the extra point, would win them this game. So who knows?
That is crucial right there. That is crucial right now.
So right now, a minute 14 for the Panthers.
The only thing that scares me is now there's a minute 14, a 6-point lead, which means that the Panthers, if they score and get the extra point with Mason Martin, I mean, that's the game right there. But the only bad part is Cabot has 0 timeouts in a minute 14 to drive all the way down the field. You have to hope right now for a great return from TJ Rogers and good field position for your offense to really be able to move.
He'll hope that this kick will be short like it has usually been for TJ and not a touchback to give TJ another chance to get it into the end zone if he can, or possibly put the Panthers in a good field possession. As right now, a minute 14 here to reset before Smith's kickoff. Let's see how this ball is placed. It looks returnable. No, touchback. So the Panthers will start off at the 20-yard line. So 80 yards in a minute 14 for the Panthers.
That's going to be really tough, but I think they could do it. I have confidence. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pass here, which would be kind of out of Coach Malham's comfort zone. But I think it would really take this defense by surprise, considering that they have their offensive line really jacked up. I can see that especially in the last possession. They had 5 or 6 people out there on that defensive line at the time, knowing that Cabot is going to 100% run the ball every single play. And I think a play that catches this defense off guard is going to be one that's going to help Cabot get into the end zone.
Well, as you can see right here, they actually have Rogers and Ogilvie set up in a wide receiver position and only one back. Screen pass right here to Rogers. See what he can do to work the outside. He'll step out of bounds. Maybe a gain about 1 or 2. He'll get out of bounds though.
I mean, that's the good news from that play. Not a lot of gain right there, but was still able to get out of bounds and give us the second down.
Yep, a 1-yard reception right there by TJ Rogers.
Gain of 1, second down and 9.
So I mean, I was kind of right. They did decide to go to the air.
Well, here we go once again. Widowmaker will keep it himself and nowhere to go on that one. And so right now, the Panthers are going to have to hurry up. They're going to have to go fast. Less than a minute left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 8 already for the Panthers right here on the 21-yard line.
Oh, this play decides it all.
Pump fake by Widowmaker. He's telling his receiver to go downfield. He'll chunk it downfield. Oh!
It's tipped. That was a really, really good throw, and that was going to be a reception, but the ball gets hit by number 1, Mason Gregory. Wonderful play right there from Southside. And some more good news for the Cabot Panthers. The clock does stop here.
Well, another one thing that is bad, though, is they are looking at a 4th and 8. So you have to at least get the first down on this play or it's potential game over. And Southside will walk out of here at home with a win. And like I said, the Panthers next week will play Conway. And as I've been doing my research for my news package, Jordan, it will be the 15th anniversary of the Centennial Bowl.
That is awesome.
Biggest rival against Cabot right now is Conway. So Conway, an undefeated team as of right now. We'll still find the results out between North Little Rock, as North Little Rock is up 21-14 right now.
Man, both of those teams are so good, and Cabot's definitely going to have their hands full next week playing against Conway at Conway. So you've definitely got to know that this away stretch right now is not going to be too kind to the Panthers, going against this high, just run-in-your-face type of offense that Southside is running here. Plus going against Conway, who's one of the best overall teams in the 7A Central. You have to know that this game right here gives them momentum either into Conway or strips away their momentum going into the Centennial.
And here we go. Make it or break it for the Panthers. 43.7 left as the Panthers will look at a 4th and 8. Handoff is to Bradley Morales, and he'll at least get the first down, but the Panthers are going to have to go as the chains will move, so it will allow the clock to stop just for a little bit of time. Great run right there, great clutch run there by Morales.
I would expect probably a wonderful spike here
Well,
but actually they're going to
play
pass
action
it.
right here by Widowmaker down the field, and it's looking.
Pass intended.
That looked like pass interference to me.
Yep, doesn't look to be. There's no flag for a pass interference, and I didn't even notice that Zane Harper's out there, but he's one of those people with great hands, as he has 4 interceptions on the season and he has major hops. So trying to get a completion right there to Zane Harper.
I don't think Widowmaker saw him, but TJ Rogers was wide open cutting across that back half of the field, and that would have been a wonderful, wonderful play, and especially in the hands of TJ Rogers, someone who's able to craftily run, would have been huge.
And this play will be stopped, and it might be coming back on the Panthers. Yep, false start for the Panthers, so it will bring them back 5 more yards.
Actually, it's going to be illegal receiver.
After the mark-off, ball marked at the 32-yard line.
30 seconds left here.
Second
and 15.
Man, this is going to be tough for these Cabot Panthers here. They need a big play right now from Widowmaker's pass or from a good run by Bradley Morales.
See, they have put TJ usually as a receiver right here and only one back as Bradley, so Widowmaker will look out for a receiver. Passes deflected. It wasn't caught by TJ. Incomplete for TJ.
Oh, I thought he had that one for sure. It looked like whenever it came off the defender's hand that TJ had caught it, but it looks like it's going to be incomplete here. It's going to be a huge third down, 3rd and 15 for the Cabot Panthers. 22.9 seconds left.
So here we go, another 3rd down for the Panthers. They still have a bunch of yardage to go on this thing, a bunch of field to go with only so much time, only 22 seconds. They have to get something right here. And this play will get called off again, and another flag is laid off, and it'll be another illegal receiver for Cabot. And so that will put them back another 5 yards.
Very, very, very late play call right there. That is very unfortunate for the Cabot Panthers, and I mean, this isn't looking too good for the Cabot Panthers right now.
So they have lost 10 yards just in penalties on this drive with only 21 seconds left. 3rd and 20, 3rd and long to go. They'll hand the ball off to Morales. He'll stay on his feet. He'll get to the outside. He'll juke a defender. He'll get around to the 40, about a 13-yard gain right there, but they have to go. They have to get the ball off, and they have to go for it here because it looks like to be. And they got to go. Clock is ticking. It looks like this will be the last play of the game. Widowmaker, there is a flag. He'll throw it deep downfield. Pass is incomplete. What is the flag on? And it looks like it's going to be a holding on the offense, so that will probably be declined. And the Fort Smith Mavericks will walk out of their home field with a win, 30-24.
A couple sketchy calls right there at the end with illegal receivers. Not really sure how you can have illegal receivers whenever you're running the same formation for 5 plays in a row, but I mean, something happened along that. Cabot's brought back 10 yards, and that's going to be a sad, sad loss for Coach Malhan.
So there you guys have it. Fort Smith 30, Cabot 24. We will be back next week, next Friday, at home against Conway in the Centennial Bowl. Won't want to miss that one, the biggest rival for Cabot. Reporting for CHTV Sports, I'm Nick Ryan.
And I'm Jordan Moore. Good night, everybody.